When asked about his lack of friends, a Stoic man likened friendship to a diamond, elusive and precious. He said friendships are rare, valuable, and often surrounded by imitations. After a few errors in judgment, you begin to believe that all friendships are mere illusions, just fakes. Building on this sentiment, another individual observed that true friends are treasures to be held dear. Yet, it's rare that we find a friend in life whom we can truly hold in such high regard. But what does it mean when you find yourself often alone, navigating a world that seems to overflow with connections? Does a lack of friends indicate something deeper, something inherent in who you are? Today, we'll dive into this delicate topic, exploring the nuanced world of friendships, or the lack thereof. We'll look at the complexities of modern social dynamics and how they influence our relationships. Remember, not having a sea of friends doesn't reflect your worth. Sometimes it's about finding that one true gem. Stay with us as we dive into understanding why some struggle to find these connections, explore the root causes, and most importantly, unveil practical Stoic steps to forge authentic friendships. 1. Shyness or introversion. Humans are inherently social, yet for many, navigating social interactions feels like solving a puzzle with missing pieces. Shyness or introversion is often perceived as an obstacle, but let's reframe this perspective. Consider these traits not as hindrances, but as unique perspectives on the world. Stoic wisdom teaches us to transform perceived weaknesses into strengths. The first step is to embrace your nature. Remember Marcus Aurelius's advice: accept the things to which fate binds you. Your introversion isn't a flaw, it's a source of quiet power. Recognize that your journey is different, not inferior. By accepting yourself, you liberate yourself from the constraints of what-ifs and should-bes. This self-acceptance becomes your armor in the busy world of social interactions, fostering unshakable quiet confidence. Picture yourself at a social event, feeling the usual shyness. This is where Stoicism excels. It encourages focusing on what you can control: your actions, your words, your kindness, not others' thoughts or the final outcome. Speak to express, not to impress. Shifting your focus from the fear of judgment to the authenticity of your words makes conversations less daunting and more about fostering genuine connections. Additionally, understand that friendship is not a prize, but a garden to nurture. When seeking connections, let go of the need for immediate results. Like Seneca viewed life as a journey, see each interaction as a step along your path, not a test of your worth. By focusing on being your authentic self, you create space for relationships that resonate with who you truly are. In the Stoic view, every person you meet is an opportunity to learn, grow, and reflect, not just another friend to add to your list. With Stoicism, shyness and introversion shift from being obstacles to becoming sources of strength. It's not about overcoming these traits, but understanding and leveraging them to navigate the intricate world of human relationships. Trust issues. In the complex landscape of friendships, trust issues often cast a long shadow. It's akin to walking a tightrope, balancing your own values with the unpredictability of others. Trust isn't something handed out freely, it's earned bit by bit. Begin by understanding yourself, what drives you, what frightens you. This self-awareness serves as a compass in the wilderness of relationships, guiding you on when to open up and when to hold back. Consider a tree standing firm. It understands its roots. Similarly, know your roots, your values. This self-awareness acts as your anchor in the shifting tides of human connections. Recognize that people, like seasons, change. Someone might seem trustworthy today, but change tomorrow. This doesn't mean building walls around your heart, but acknowledging that change is the only constant. Maintain your emotional equilibrium. If trust is broken, it's not the end of the world. It's a chance to learn and grow stronger. This doesn't mean becoming cold and distant. It's about being realistic and accepting that perfection is a myth, especially in human behavior. Be like water, flexible, adaptive, yet always true to your essence. Open, honest communication is your most valuable tool. If doubts arise, discuss them. It's like switching on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer. Don't avoid these conversations. They're the bridges that can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. A conversation can transform a misunderstanding into a moment of clarity. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Listen as much as you speak. This balance of speaking and listening creates a rhythm, a dance of words and understanding that strengthens the bonds of friendship. Ultimately, aim to build a circle of friends where trust is the foundation, not an afterthought. 3. Lack of social opportunities. In the bustling maze of modern life, the scarcity of friends often stems not from a lack of encounters, but from a lack of engagement with the world around us. Our phones constantly buzz with notifications, yet our hearts crave real, meaningful connections. Imagine volunteering in your community, not just as an act of service, but as a means to meet people who share your values. Whether you're planting trees or organizing books at the local library, each shared task weaves you into the social fabric. This aligns with the stoic virtue of contributing to the greater good, and in doing so, you find companions on the same path. Furthermore, consider the power of shared knowledge and interests. Attending workshops and seminars related to your profession or hobbies isn't merely about enhancing your resume. It's an opportunity to meet like-minded individuals. In these settings, conversations flow naturally as you're surrounded by those who understand the nuances of your interests. It's like discovering your tribe, where professional growth and personal connections blend seamlessly. Embrace the great outdoors as your social canvas. Activities such as hiking, biking, or group yoga serve not only physical well-being but also act as catalysts for social interaction. In the embrace of nature, conversations blossom effortlessly. These activities strip away the formalities of typical social settings, fostering genuine connections. While engaging in these outdoor pursuits, practice gratitude for the world around you and for those who share these moments. It's not about amassing a multitude of friends, but about cherishing the connections that add richness to your life. This approach, rooted in simplicity and authenticity, transforms the pursuit of friendships into a fulfilling journey. 4. Lack of social skills. Friendships require effort and the right approach, a fact often overlooked in our hectic lives. A lack of social skills can be a significant barrier to forming meaningful friendships. Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius, who encouraged us to embrace those fate brings into our lives, consider this a gentle push towards seizing social opportunities, no matter how small. Start with manageable steps. Initiate a conversation in a coffee shop, join a local club, or participate in online communities centered around your interests. These small interactions are the building blocks for confidence in social settings, much like a plant needing consistent care to flourish. Developing social skills involves actively listening with intent and empathy. In a world where everyone craves to be heard, being the one who truly listens sets you apart. Ask questions not just to respond but to understand. Immerse yourself in the stories of others with genuine curiosity. This shift in focus, from worrying about how you're perceived to genuinely understanding others, fosters deeper connections. It's not about impressing others with your wit or tales, but about creating a space where they feel valued and heard. Moreover, embrace the inevitable ups and downs of social interactions with stoic calmness. Not every conversation will lead to a lifelong friendship, and that's perfectly fine. Each interaction, whether it leads to a lasting bond or not, is a step forward in your social journey. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of human interaction. With each experience, you're not only honing your social skills, but also learning to navigate the intricate tapestry of human relationships with grace and resilience. Remember, your value isn't tied to the number of friends you have, but to the quality of the connections you cultivate. 5. Changing circumstances. Sometimes the absence of friends in our lives can echo the story of the boy and the apple tree, a tale that reflects how our priorities shift as we grow older. As children, friendships are like the carefree times with the tree, simple and unburdened. But But as we mature, our focus often shifts to perceived essentials such as money, status, and a home. In this pursuit, we may unintentionally neglect the friendships that once provided us with comfort and support, much like the apple tree offering shade. This shift in priorities is a natural part of growing up and evolving. However, in chasing what we think we need, we may overlook what we already have. The boy returned to the tree only when he needed something, not appreciating the tree's constant, unwavering friendship. Similarly, in our quest for success and stability, we might overlook the friends who have always been there for us. The result? A life filled with achievements perhaps, but lacking in meaningful connections. Rebuilding or maintaining friendships requires conscious effort, similar to tending a garden. It's not about grand gestures, but consistent small acts of kindness and understanding. Start by reaching out, initiating conversations, and being present not only in joyous moments but also in times of need. Friendships, like trees, grow deep roots over time, not overnight. The story of the boy and the tree teaches us that friendship is reciprocal, needing care and attention from both sides. Don't be the boy who remembers the tree only when in need. Be the one who cherishes and nurtures these relationships regularly. In our ever-evolving lives, where careers, education, and personal growth demand our attention, shifting priorities often shape the construction or decline of friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as in ancient times, encourages us to embrace life's dynamic nature. Imagine your life as a river, constantly flowing and changing course. As you navigate the rapids of career advancement or the calm waters of family life, your time for social interactions naturally ebbs and flows. This isn't a failure on your part. It's simply the reality of a life lived fully. Stoicism provides practical guidance during these transitions. When your days are filled with meetings, deadlines, or family responsibilities, maintaining a wide circle of friends can be challenging. Yet, Stoicism advises valuing quality over quantity. It's better to have a few deep, meaningful connections than numerous superficial ones. This approach isn't about excluding people, but about focusing your energy where it matters most. In doing so, you honor your time and the time of others, fostering relationships that are genuine and fulfilling. Adapting to life's changing priorities with Stoicism doesn't mean resigning yourself to having fewer friends. Instead, it's about understanding and accepting the natural flow of relationships. Some friends may drift away, while others will stay or even come into your life because of your new priorities. Embrace this journey with wisdom and courage. Remember, each person you meet, whether they stay for a season or a lifetime, adds unique value to your life's tapestry. Be present in your interactions and let Stoicism guide you in building friendships that are not only meaningful, but also resonate with the person you are becoming. 6. Mismatched values. The story of the boy and the apple tree poignantly illustrates how diverging paths can affect relationships. As the boy's needs shifted towards material desires, the tree remained steadfast in its simple wish for companionship. Similarly, friendships often diminish when core values no longer align. Perhaps you've noticed this in your own life. A friend who once shared your aspirations now seems distant, driven by different ambitions and ethics. Value mismatches can be subtle yet significant, influencing our interactions and the depth of our connections. For instance, if you prioritize honesty and openness while a friend routinely conceals their true feelings, the relationship can strain under the pressure of unspoken words and unmet expectations. Such misalignments create an emotional rift that can be difficult to mend, leading to a gradual drift apart. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue and wisdom, provides a useful framework for handling these value mismatches. It teaches us to accept that not everyone will share our path or values, and that's perfectly fine. Instead of trying to force a friendship to work, recognize when it's time to let go gracefully. Focus on relationships that foster your growth and align with your core principles. This doesn't mean abruptly cutting off friends, but rather understanding that some connections are meant to be temporary. Appreciate the moments you shared and move forward without resentment, embracing the change as a natural part of life's ebb and flow. 7. Effort in friendships. Meaningful friendships, like any important relationship, require consistent effort and attention. The story of the boy and the apple tree illustrates this well. The tree continuously gave, while the boy only took. This one-sided dynamic is often seen in friendships, where one person is always the one reaching out, making plans, and showing care, while the other does little in return. Over time, this imbalance can lead to feelings of neglect and frustration, causing the friendship to deteriorate. Maintaining a friendship isn't about grand gestures, it's about consistency and being present. Simple actions, like sending a quick text to check in, remembering significant dates, or just being there when needed, all contribute to a healthy and balanced relationship. When effort is missing, the bond weakens, much like a plant that is deprived of water and sunlight. To sustain or revive a friendship, make a conscious effort to invest in it. Spend time with your friends, listen actively, and show appreciation for their presence in your life. Mutual effort fosters trust and deepens connections, making the relationship more resilient to life's challenges. If you notice a friendship becoming one-sided, address it openly with your friend. Sometimes, an honest conversation can reset expectations and rejuvenate the bond. 9. Conclusion. Friendships play a vital role in our lives, offering support, happiness, and companionship. However, like any relationship, they require effort, understanding, and sometimes an acceptance of change. Reflecting on the lessons from the story of the boy and the apple tree, we glean insights into the importance of mutual respect, the impact of shifting priorities, the alignment of values, and the necessity of consistent effort and presence. Applying stoic principles guides us through the complexities of friendships. By focusing on what we can control, embracing change gracefully, and nurturing connections that resonate with our values, we cultivate enduring and meaningful relationships. It's crucial to nurture and cherish our friendships, recognizing that some may evolve or naturally diminish over time. Balancing effort with acceptance ensures that our friendships continue to enrich our lives with strength and joy.